Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm doing chest, shoulders and triceps, so push workout. As you can see, my first exercise I'm doing is incline bench press. As well, before I've actually got 100 kilos on the bar there, but my first I did actually do a couple of warm-up sets. So I did actually 3 warm-up sets first of all with just the bar itself, so 20 kilos. Then a plate aside after, 60 kilos. Then after that I did go into 80 kilos, so a plate and a half aside. For form wise here, as you can see, my chest is up as much as possible. You want to keep your shoulders back. If your shoulders come forward at any point during the movement, you will incorporate your shoulders too much. And that's why a lot of people have their shoulders, front of their shoulders are overdeveloped. So you want to do is keep your shoulders back, scapula engaged, and push up using the chest and not the shoulders. And when I do go up as well, if you can, try to make sure that you do not completely lock out if you can, just so you don't activate your triceps too much. But if you just want to rest at the top, which I am doing sometimes, I am doing that a little bit, locking out. But most of the time, you keep moving the entire time just before lockout, just so you keep tension on the chest as well. As you can see as well, I'm going down towards the upper portion of my chest because incline does work more of the upper portion of the chest. As you can see here on this one, went a little bit lighter, not 100 kilos. I'm doing 90 kilos now and repping out. So before, when I did 100, I think I did 7 reps. I did, I think 3 sets of that as well. And then I went to 90 kilos and I think I did 12 reps, 2 sets with that as well. Next exercise I'm doing is flat dumbbell press. So I've got the 44 kilo dumbbells here. What you're going to be doing, again, good form, make sure your chest is up, shoulders back, engage your scapula and go all the way down as if you had a bar. If you were doing barbell bench press, as if the bar would touch your chest. So you want to go that low down. So you want to go all the way down, then press up, again, using your chest and not your shoulders. So as you can see here as well, I do reset myself up when I lay down. Just go make sure I have good form, and if you can, try and keep your head back the entire time. If it comes forward very slightly, it's not too bad, but trying to keep it back as much as you can. Reps wise, I think I did about 8 or 9 reps. I think the first one I actually did 8 reps, and I think the second one I tried for 9, and I think I got like 8.5 reps. As you see here, I do just fail, but I'm literally pushing to the absolute limit. Next exercise, third exercise, I am doing pec deck machine. So I love this pec deck machine. It's a very good machine, but because I'm quite short and I've got quite short arms, it does feel like when I do this, my arms will be slightly straighter than I'd really want it to be, but it's still a good machine anyway. Again, when doing this machine, just like any other chest movement, you want to make sure, again, you have your chest up and shoulders back the entire time. Again, incorporating chest as much as possible and not working the shoulders or as much as possible as well. You want to keep your arms completely fixed. When doing this exercise, you want to make sure, as I said, keep your arms fixed as if let's say you broke your arm and you got a cast in your arm, you're trying to keep it fixed the entire time. Do not try and flex your biceps at all when doing this, or use your triceps doing it either. The only movement or the only muscle working should be the chest. As you can see as well, I'm going all the way back, getting a full stretch in chest as well, going far back as possible, then pressing them together. And when I do press them together, I don't really hold, I'm not really holding together, but when I press it together, I am squeezing as much as I can as well, squeezing the chest, because that is when you can get most of the contraction of the chest, is when your arms are together. And going all the way back is what getting a stretch in the muscle at the same time. So it's getting a 2-in-1 with this exercise. That was it for chest. Now I'm going on for shoulder exercise. So this one is just seated dumbbell shoulder press. I'm not too sure the weight. I think they're 30 kilo dumbbells. I was actually quite knackered after those few exercises of chest. But I'm doing seated dumbbell shoulder press. You want to make sure when you go down all the way down, so the handlebar, the handle where you're holding on to, is in line with your ears. So your hands are in line with your ears, or literally just till the dumbbell just before it touches your shoulder. Try not to go all the way down till it bounces off your shoulder, but try to go nearly till it touches your shoulder as well. Next exercise, as you can see here, is a bit of a different machine. I've actually never used this one before, but it's a very good one. It's a standard military press machine. So it's a bit more, with this one, it's a bit more core activated as well, because you're standing, keep your core activated, keep rigid, just to keep you in place. So again, just like normal dumbbell shoulder press, you want to go all the way down to your hands are in line with your ears as well, then go pressing all the way up. But when you press up, try not to completely lock out the elbows. Just quite again, just before lockout, otherwise if you do lock out your elbows, you'll be squeezing your triceps too much. And obviously this is a shoulder movement, so you want to try and keep tension on the shoulders the entire time. And as well, the tempo, as you can see, I'm not going too fast. A lot of people with certain exercises, they do go way too fast and jerk the movement, jerk the weight. You want to go nice and slowly, just so you can again get a proper squeeze in the muscle. Next one is a dumbbell side raise, seated as well. So dumbbell seated side raise. This one is a very good movement, as you can see. It works the side portion of the shoulders, get more rounded cap of the shoulders. Very good for bodybuilding, especially classic bodybuilding. So I'm doing actually quite high reps here. I think I'm doing about 20 reps. But again, just burning out the muscle as much as I can. Trying to raise up to your arms are parallel with each other, or parallel to the floor. So basically go up to your hands are in line, horizontally in line with your shoulders. And when you go down, don't quite touch your body. Just go down just before, about an inch just before the dumbbells touch your body. If you go all the way down and completely rest, you're taking the tension off the shoulders. You want to try and keep the tension on the shoulders the entire time if possible. So this one is a very good exercise. And again, when it's seated, it does make it a lot harder, so you cannot move your body at all. It keeps your body rigid as possible, so the only movement should just be in the shoulders. So it's just the shoulders moving, just the shoulders activating instead. This next exercise, as you can see, as you're about to see, is a rear delt movement on this pec deck. So same pec that I was using before for chest, but what I'm doing is sitting the other way around and using rear delts, so holding on to different handles. Again, with this exercise, you don't need too much weight, but because it's the rear delt is a very weak muscle, but you want to make sure you're trying to squeeze the muscle as much as possible. So you want to try to go far back. You don't go too far back. A lot of people go too far back on this movement, and what it does is incorporate the mid of the back, like the mid traps and rhomboids start to take over instead. So what you want to do is make sure that you just go back to your elbows are in line with your shoulders as well. But you want to bring them all the way together, to your hands are together, and then go all the way back. And again, not too fast, keep it controlled. Here, I don't know how many reps I'm doing exactly. I think it's about 15 reps, and I think I did 4 sets as well. By the way, with all of these exercises on the screen, I actually will put how many sets and reps I did with all these exercises, just to make it clearer for yourself. Okay, that was it for shoulders. Last muscle I'm working here is triceps. So as you can see, I've got like a V bar or like an EZ bar on the cables. I'm doing tricep pushdowns. When you do this, you want to try to make sure your elbow can be, you don't want your elbow completely next to your body, otherwise you won't be able to fully extend all the way down. So just elbows slightly in front of your body, but try and keep your elbows still as possible. If there's a slight movement, especially on the last few reps, that's fine. It shows that you're trying to get a few force reps out, that is completely fine. But you want to try to go down to get completely, you can go down and squeeze the triceps as much as possible, then come all the way up to about 90 degree angle in the elbow, or maybe just slightly less. So you can get a full range of motion and working the triceps as much as possible. As you can see here, my triceps are definitely activating. You can see the horseshoe of the triceps, and you can see obviously it's my facial expressions. I am pushing to the absolute limit as well. All right, this next exercise is a cable rope overhead extension. Bit of a handful, the name, but yep. So as you can see, the tricep, this is working more of the long head of the tricep. Any movement that is overhead like this, or with a dumbbell or EZ bar or anything like that, works more of the long head of the tricep, which is a very important one to work. So overhead like that, pressing all the way forward, again squeezing the triceps as much as possible, then again going all the way back, getting the stretch in the triceps. And I think I'm doing about 15 reps, I can't remember actually. But yeah, going full range of motion, going back and forth, trying to keep your body as still as possible, especially on the last few reps. If your body moves slightly, that is fine. Again, it's so you're just trying to get some force reps out, trying to force blood into the muscle. But yeah, going all the way down and all the way forward, full range of motion, very important, especially when you want to get stretch in the muscle as well. All right, last movement is kickbacks. So cable kickbacks. So holding the cables, got no hand on the cable, just the cable itself, and doing kickbacks like this. So you want to make sure your elbows are nice and high up. So about your upper arm is parallel to the floor. You want to go all the way down to about 90-degree angle in the elbow, then press all the way up. Again, working the triceps. This is working the whole portion of the triceps. And then we're switching the other side here as well. When you do it as well, you want to make sure that you bend over all the way, or as much as you can, till your body is nearly parallel to the floor. And your elbow is nice and high up, and keep your back straight as possible. And with this exercise, as you can see, I don't need much weight at all. Very minimal weight, because your triceps are in vulnerable position. All right, thank you for watching anyway. Thank you for listening to this commentary. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next part. Hope you enjoyed that voiceover, guys. As you can tell, with the quality of the sound is much better because I've got this mic on top. As you saw as well, I did chest, shoulder, tricep push workout. And as well, so hot in that gym. Outside right now, it's probably about, I don't know, 37 or 36 degrees. I think it's probably one of the hot, probably the hot, I know it's the hottest year so far to date. It's probably one of the hottest days of the year. But yeah, so it's absolutely boiling hot in there, no aircon, nothing. So just open windows, open doors. But yeah, but it was a really good workout, especially I prefer it when it's really hot anyway. It's so much better when it's hot. I don't like it when it's really too cold, to be honest, because it cool down too much and much more chance of getting injured, which I don't want at all. So no, it was a good workout. I'm gonna have my shake now, and I'll see you guys in a bit.